there's no way in no world, in no universe, or no galaxy that no matter how many accolades that SGA get, that I would ever in my mouth say that he's better player than Kevin Durant in OKC. The amount of
What?
50% from the field seasons, so many 30 clip seasons, the MVP season while everybody was there with Harden and Westbrook, he won the MVP, and then how loaded that league was back then. There were no, and then when KD went to the finals, he seen prime Bron. SGA is about to see prime Tyrese Halliburton, and I'm not trying to just
Oh man, wait a
yeah
minute.
yeah
No, you can't do that. You can't. He
Yeah,
just wait.
yeah,
Zaya, did he not just
yeah.
tell me
you gave
Prime
me way too much
Halliburton was
time. You
Jason
gave me too
Kidd?
much time. Hey,
You
then I
just
just
you just told
then
me
I
Prime
hey,
Halliburton is Jason Kidd, John
yeah,
Stockton, and now he Halliburton. Now is it this?
He
That's
found the
crazy.
biggest bust
so
to go
who
through.
so who would you be more scared? Who would you be more scared to face? John
Yeah.
Stockton or Larry Bird?
That's facts!
Welcome to eLab, your ultimate basketball laboratory, where we dissect the game from every angle.
You are watching a master at work.
Let's
I
go.
gotta start like this first. I gotta start because y'all football guys. What's up with your
Uh,
boy Stephon Diggs, man? What's up with Diggs and his pink tussie and
hey,
all? What's going on, yo?
he partying, man. He
Uh,
partying.
he never was really focused on the off season because you got to understand he unbelievable talent and he's
Yeah.
already established his career. But like off season, like you could tell like some of the videos when he was in Minnesota, like the reporters would go to him and be like, I mean, go around the team. They'll say, "So who would be the least person that you would want to date your daughter?"
Yes,
Like
I seen
hypothetically,
that.
and then
Yes,
everybody would be like, "Stephon Diggs."
Diggs.
They don't want me around him, my daughter around him. And like we would just be like, well, maybe just because he's the star of the team, da 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 da. But then
Mhm.
as like time go by,
You starting to
unannouncedly,
see more and more.
unannouncedly, his roster is insane.
Wait. You know his roster is insane. Ain't Drake on his roster?
No,
I'm just saying it came up. It
Hey,
came up in
man.
that beef and that Drake and Love.
I'm talking about the female side of the roster because I don't
We
know
They was saying
what they.
Diggs is in there.
not going
I
down
don't
that
know.
lane, man. We don't know.
Hey,
We
but
don't know
listen,
that lane.
all
We
I'm
don't know that
saying,
lane.
all I'm saying is, Diggs got a crazy roster
Yeah,
for real.
yeah, and you can tell like did y'all see that video with him on the boat with the girls? Y'all saw the
But yeah,
video? You
yeah,
can just tell like the girls they are just mouth
going.
watering. What you call
Yeah.
clout? Nah, I hate to say clout chasing, but they are ready. They
You,
are
you
ready
can
to
say
go
cloud chasing.
You
It's
can say
okay.
out
cloud
there, bro.
chasing
It's okay.
because
Gee,
the one shorty, she got real close to him, was calling him daddy and everything. I said, oh yeah,
daddy and
it's over
stuff.
with.
I said,
It's over
oh
with.
man,
It's over with.
I know.
But then they
Go ahead,
panned over. You see Cardi B.
right
She out
there
there. Look like she having more
with it.
fun than him.
But you
I'm just
gotta
like,
understand,
wow.
bro.
It's true.
I ain't even trying to be that dude, but it is very truthful. There's the two most dangerous women in the world: a woman that come off of a divorce and a
Mm.
single mom that got a baby free weekend. Those are very very dangerous folks
She
right
both
there.
of them. Hey, she both of them technically.
Damn.
But that's the point that I'm saying.
Depending on the
So
weekend, she might
yeah,
be both.
so she kid free and she got off of a divorce. That's very
Mm.
dangerous combo. But she's with a
Luis.
dude where they got to understand it. So now she ain't got no pressure to actually be
Right,
committed. You get what I'm saying?
right.
All she's trying to do is have fun because she's been in so much
She been
bullshit for the
being
last
faithful. You're right. Yeah, she been
yeah.
being faithful with
So
She
him.
could have been
now it's
doing the
like
same shit with Offset.
so because you got to
Same
She
stuff.
understand.
was.
You
Offset
got to
just keep
understand.
cheating though. I don't understand. I don't get that part of it. You got a
Yeah.
girl that's willing to do this activities with it, and you
You keep,
still cheat
you
on her.
keep
I don't
going,
get that.
yeah, you keep going down the line like, hey, let's,
I just don't get it. I
go
don't
to
get
let's
that.
go to the other room. I said, bro,
So
she
I
cheated.
guess I mean I can't speak for him, but some dudes just don't rock with the three way.
Now you know what? Now this would have been a great topic for Red. That's why his ass need to be up here because he would have had plenty to say his old freak ass. But anyway, man.
We'll
But
let him
off that.
record
Oh,
this
go ahead.
one.
Go. Yeah, yeah,
No,
man.
I'm good. I'm good.
I gotta get his take, man. Well, you gotta get his take. But anyway, man, I just want to touch on that because I saw that that he was kind of in the press for the last like couple of days because they was talking about the Patriots might release him. I don't know if they officially have,
Fuck
but
no, they took on too much money.
okay, they just talking then. Okay,
Yeah,
they
they
just
chatting.
Hey,
They chatting.
okay, they
but
just
Ted,
okay.
he did tear his ACL though, right?
Yeah, he
In the
did
season.
last season in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
But like on a more serious note, so as y'all know, the old head coach from the Tennessee Titans, Vrabel,
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard.
he is now the head coach of the Patriots. He's a real player coach type of guy, but he's zero bullshit. Like
Yeah,
he's in your face. He's gonna yoke you up. He's gonna talk shit to you. He's very old school.
the
So
Patriots
that's
were.
gonna be very interesting for me to see because
Yeah.
Diggs is the senior guy on that offense. So if he out there wilding and unfocused and stuff like that, Vrabel may sit him a couple games
Yeah.
type of thing, but they can't release him because of that money.
Let me ask y'all this, because I was gonna say I thought Stephon Diggs was old. For the NFL, is 31 old? Like, is he like out of his prime? You know what I'm saying? Like, is Stephon Diggs still a valuable
Kind of.
player at that age?
When you get
30,
31, it's kind of like how we watch these basketball players and be like 35, 36. So once they
Got it.
start getting to that, they can still be valuable, but it's like 1 year. You ain't about to get no long term
Okay.
deal.
It could be hit or miss essentially. It could be hit or miss
Yeah.
depending on the guy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I was just wondering. I was gonna say, man, Stephon, I
but
feel
you gotta
like he's been
understand
in the league for a while.
these dudes been playing since they 6 and 8 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they
Listen.
bodies is worn out. Especially
Yeah.
a dude that had as much usage as him as the at the wide receiver position. At quarterback, you can get a little bit more leeway. You know what I'm saying? But at them specialty positions, that's old.
That's
Yeah.
old. Okay. All right, man. But yeah, man. I just wanted to talk about Stephon Diggs a little bit because I saw that little freaky stuff he was on, man. And I ain't never seen Pink Tussie before. I didn't know that was I mean, I've heard of it. That was my first time seeing. Well, let me not allegedly seeing Pink Tussie. This is allegedly. But anyway.
Word.
But yeah, man.
Yeah,
So now,
yeah,
go ahead.
that was too much though too. Just how you was like,
Come on, man. He just
he's
like,
like,
yeah, bro.
he's throwing the bag. I'm just
When
like,
your man's recording, I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, I thought y'all supposed to be vets on and off the field, bro. What you doing? Get that camera out of here, man.
Rookie
But,
move.
hey,
Rookie
all right, so
move.
I got one last thing to say, and I feel like this go
Go
for
ahead.
all sports. This is the reason why all those players from back then got different reps because of social media, cameras.
Yeah.
They didn't have all that stuff back in the day. Like if they had all that stuff back in the day, we would have a total different narrative about a lot of these players.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So I feel like
We know they was doing it.
you kind of gotta have to factor in the social media, the cameras, and kind of be
Yes.
like, all right, well,
Yes.
this is gonna happen with everybody. He's living his life. He's an NFL
Because they
player.
called the Dallas Cowboys the Cocaine Cowboys for a reason. We ain't never see it, but they was called
Yeah.
Cocaine Cowboys for a
Bro,
while.
let me tell you something.
They had a White House, literally.
Let me tell you something. Y'all know arguably the best defensive lineman of all time, Lawrence Taylor, right?
Yeah, man.
Bro, he used to come out and say he would look for a bump right before the game and be high as a kite going for that quarterback. Bro, imagine, but listen to what I'm
Niggas
telling
just
y'all,
had a
fellas.
chance. They just
Imagine
had a chance out
a
here.
285-pound, 6'2" football player that all he sees is you after he just high
And
as
he
a
can't
kite off
feel
a
nothing.
line.
Hey, he can't feel nothing.
So you chipping him, you double team him, and he don't care about none of that shit.
He don't
That's
feel
why,
nothing. Oh
bro.
my gosh. Oh
Yeah,
my
but
gosh.
that's
Yeah.
why like it'd be a big discussion between who better between him and Reggie because Reggie was like, well, hell, I was sober when I was
Reggie
putting them
White.
numbers up.
Reggie White
Yeah,
was.
yeah. He
Yeah.
was like, I was sober when I was
Hey,
putting
you
up.
know he from Chattanooga. Hey man, come on, baby.
I'm just
Come
saying.
on
I'm
now.
just saying.
I gotta throw it in there every now and again. I gotta throw it in there. But yeah.
Well,
But no, that's for what was you about to say, Tay? My bad.
I'm just saying, Joe. Just imagine like somebody of that caliber, bro. Imagine Aaron Donald on coke.
Man.
Like, come on, bro. You know how
I
many
saw
sacks
that
he would get?
I saw that
that'd
video of
be
him
crazy.
saying, you seen that video with him and DK Metcalf, where Metcalf was like, I bench more than him. And he was like, well, how much you bench, Aaron? He said, I'll probably bench about 500. And DK looked at him. He said, can I
What?
change my answer? He said, well, how much you
Yeah.
bench, DK? 350. He said, oh, 350, that's warm-up weight. I do that warming up.
No, you looked at him. He said, that's it.
That's
it. I said, good
Shit.
Lord, have mercy. I said,
He
but
a big dude.
that's like the cruel reality of how much different levels it is when it comes to a casual, regular Joe
Mhm.
Schmo dude and somebody
Yes.
that's really in the trenches,
Yes.
bro.
Yes. These dudes
Yeah.
been working out, like you said, they've been playing ball since they were 6 and 8. They probably started
But
lifting when they was
hey,
12.
but that's another example with like how Aaron Donald, how dominant he is and was. Like he retired early, and I feel like a lot of like players, like Calvin Johnson, him, like certain players who did that, they kind of like can be in a good mental space. You know what I'm saying? They can
True.
be a
You
family
gotta
man. They can
respect the
start, you know
guys,
what
like
I'm
you
saying?
said, Zell. The
Huh?
ones that know when to leave.
Oh
There's a lot of
yeah,
guys that don't know
yeah,
when to leave, and
yeah.
then it's too
Let me
late.
do a quick temperature check just since y'all talking about it. Who better, Lawrence Taylor or Aaron Donald? Let's do a quick temp check. Y'all my football guys. Y'all tell me, man. Go ahead. Y'all talk to me. Who you
I ain't
got,
gonna
man?
lie, man. I like Aaron Donald just because he was sober. I like Aaron Donald.
Because he was over.
I'm just saying, like Aaron Donald, man, they put triple team, double team Aaron Donald. He ripping through that, man. Like he's fast.
The
All that.
numbers
Like
and the
don't get me
longevity.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. Lawrence Taylor is nice, but I like Aaron Donald if I had to pick.
The numbers
on,
and the
man.
longevity tell me LT, but I'm still rocking with my boy AD because I done
Hey,
seen
I
it
ain't
in
mad.
real time. I seen it
I
in
ain't
real
mad at
time.
it. I ain't mad at it. I had to just temperature check it, man, because I know he one of them too. He in there too. You feel?
Oh, for sure.
But yeah,
For sure.
yeah, man. All right, man. Let's get to the meat and potatoes, man. Let's
All
get to
right,
the
let's
meat and
Euro.
potatoes.
Let's Euro.
Game 6. Game 6. Pacers versus the Knicks, man. How
That's
did
your
y'all
question.
feel coming in? How do y'all feel now watching the game, man? What's your takes? What are the
Man.
takeaways from Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals, man? How y'all feel?
Heck
Like
yeah.
the Halliburton. That's what I gotta say,
Halliburton.
man.
Halliburton. He
Hey,
showed closed their ass out, didn't he? He
I'm
closed it
gonna
out.
say
Go ahead.
they got the MVP right. They got the MVP right.
That was
Give
one
it
of
to
my
Pascal.
questions. That was one of my questions.
Because I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and start it off because the reason why I said it, they got it right. Just thinking about that last game that Tyrese had where he barely shot the ball
Uh,
and stuff like that, and it kind of goes back to even like I hate to bring up Anthony Edwards and shit like that, but just like if you want to be that guy, you want to be a superstar, you gotta just shoot the ball. Like, don't get me wrong, Tyrese Halliburton, he is that guy. He just had one bad game, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That's
That
right.
series. So it's like he was definitely doing everything. He had that triple double with no turnover, which is a big deal in my opinion. So I feel like he did everything that was right, but at the same time, a lot of people was overlooking Pascal Siakam out there on that court.
That's a fact. That's a
And a lot
fact.
of people don't realize like this is what Pascal does on the regular. Like if you watch regular season game with Pascal Siakam, this is the reason why he's an all-star. Everything that we seeing right now, people talking like, why was he only an all-star of the
He
team?
did get the All Star. That's a
This is
fact. He
this is
did get the
this is
All Star.
why. Like he's a pure scorer. He know how to like create shots and stuff like that. He gonna get the mid-range shots too. He not just looking for
I love
threes.
it.
He not just
I know
he
it.
he he getting the right shots. And I feel like with him having that little experience, him having that playoff and championship experience from Toronto, he's really the one that's like, hey, I know.
He
I ain't
showed.
saying he's saying being the leader, but he's kind of just showing like, hey, I got this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of like, just let me lead a little bit. But at the same time, because you can have multiple leaders out there on the court. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they got it right with Pascal. And I feel like a lot of people need to. The Pacers are real, man. Hey,
Mm,
Pacers are cold, man. I said it.
this is cold. T, how you feel, man? Go
I
ahead. I'm
got
listening. I'm listening. I'm gonna hit the head. I'm coming back.
all right,
I'm listening.
bet. What the hell happened? Oh, okay. I got three big things that I took away from the whole series, not just game 6. The number one I had hit Zell up about. I said I got a big problem with Pascal Siakam outplaying Cat throughout that series, and it's not just about the pure numbers; it's about the hustle, the actual effort on defense, and then the consistency. Pascal showed that he has the championship caliber experience, and it showed when it mattered. Number two, Jalen Brunson was burnt out. The amount of usage that he had from Detroit, Boston, and now coming into Indiana, I always had an issue with your best player on the team being the smallest guy. Because historically, it does not work. The last time that it did work is when it was Isaiah Thomas in the 80s,
Yeah.
the late 80s.
Yeah.
Because
You say work too, Ted. When you say work, you mean actually win, right?
yeah, because you could win a couple of series, you can get to the next round, you could get to the Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals, all that. But when it comes to winning the big game, and you are that size, and they holding on to that whistle, it's tough to be able to get your shot off fluidly. He's an offensive juggernaut. But what happens is it flows into my third point. My third point was I know we talk about Pascal, I know we talk about Hadley, I know we talk about all those guys, but let's talk about Nebhart.
There we
Nebhart,
go. That's what I was waiting on because I was
you know what
talking
I'm
big
saying?
him up. Big him
So
up.
here it goes. Here it goes. I had a lot of problems with him in the beginning of the season because he used to have so much hype around this guy. And I said, man, hold on, bro. His little brother colder than him. Just chill, relax. He was like, no. He just been dealing with injury. Listen, Nebhart did an amazing job on Jalen Brunson. And the reason why I say that is because, of course, you're not going to stop the 30. You're not going to stop the offensive juggernaut. But you can control it, and then it's when you control it. So in the fourth and third quarter, he forced 4 turnovers on Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
On ball defense, whether he helped out or he was on him. he was always a part of it. And then what happened is you chatting, you barking, you getting Brunson frustrated, and then he foul you.
Yeah.
So the best
Yeah.
defense against Brunson is get him in foul trouble so he can't play. You don't got to worry about him on offense if he on the bench. Get him out of there. Because Cat already can't play defense, so then you got him on the bench. Then you get Brunson on the bench. Now it look crazy. And then this is my closing statement with Game 6 that I had a big issue with Tyrese the game beforehand. You only took 8 shots the game beforehand, but then you took 7 shots in the fourth quarter and then you made 5 of them. Those were loud buckets that you did in the fourth quarter because
Mhm.
the Knicks was chipping. The Knicks was coming back. I looked and it was 78-70. Then I blunk and it was 102-88. I said, Lord have
Mhm.
mercy.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
with the Pacers, like Zell said, you can't play around. You got to punch them in the mouth early and you got to bury them. Because if not, they're going to stick around because of their effort. And that's what I say. So the big key points that I got is I, I had a problem with Pascal Siakam outplaying Cat.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson was burnt out because of all the series and the offensive responsibility. And then big shout out to Nebhart being an underrated on ball defender. And I'm not saying that he's gonna shut down SGA, but I do see that he is going to be a test that may work. May work.
I want to see. I want to see it, right? I want to see because here's my thing to that point right there, that last point, Ted. I don't know if Nebhart is a better defender than Jaden McDaniels or Nicole Alexander. And they 6'9" and 6'6". So if we put Nebhart on him at 6'4", I,
But here's the thing.
go ahead. I would prefer
Here's the
Neesmith
thing.
size for size,
So
but go ahead.
there's two things that I have not an issue with, but combative is.
Mhm.
He doesn't get as much coverage as them because the Pacers don't get a lot of TV time. So people don't really know how good of a defender he is.
Mhm.
And then also with those guys being taller, they you tend to take possessions off because you rely on your length versus
Yes.
the actual technique and the discipline. So now Nebhart is just gonna be inside SGA's jersey. He could just be right there because you can't play off of him because you're not tall enough, you're not long enough, no diddy. So you can't close out. You can't. He's not gonna see you. But if you in his jersey, like Pat Beverly type thing, you're not gonna stop him. But you can make it real difficult. And then if he gets you a couple of chicken wings where it goes your way and they call offensive foul, hey,
Yeah.
you ain't got to worry about that 30 when that SGA on
I
the
think
bench.
well, hold on, because I don't want to go too far because I was going to talk about OKC versus the
Indiana.
Pacers. I ain't want to move. I don't want to go to I don't want to go too far yet. I want to stay right with Zale because Zale said Pascal Siakam, they got it right. Right? They got it right with the Eastern Conference Finals. And I want to read off some numbers to you guys and y'all let me know. This is just straight raw numbers, right? This is Pascal Siakam. He averaged for that series 24.8, 5 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. He shot 50% from the floor and from the three. That's actually really good.
That's
Tyrese
fluid.
Halliburton. Yeah, that's really good. Tyrese Halliburton, 21 points, 10.5 assists, 6 rebounds. He shot 45 from the 2 and he shot 32 from the 3. And then hold on, keep in mind, I want to throw this in there. Throughout this entire series, 63 assists, 10 turnovers. Right? 10 turnovers. This entire series, he led the Pacers in every stat except for points. He was second in points behind Pascal. Now for me, fellas, I said this. I talked to Mitch about this. I think that Tyrese Halliburton is going to miss out on a lot of accolades in this era because he doesn't score. I think Tyrese Halliburton should have got the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. I think he would. I think that Game 5 did hurt him though, Zell. I can't lie. I genuinely agree with you on that. That Game 5 hurt him dramatically. But as far as controlling the tempo, producing on all levels, and he was not alive. He is not the liability on defense. And I hate to throw Luka in there, but he's not the liability that Luka Doncic is on defense, bro. And to me, he controlled the pace of the game, and he is when it comes to because people say that Pascal is a better scorer. I agree. I think he is a better ISO scorer than Tyrese Halliburton. But when it comes to clutch baskets, i.e., that fourth quarter, when the Knicks was trying to inch back, Tyrese Halliburton hit like 3 floaters back to back to close out that game. Pascal did though, but see, and that's the hard part where Pascal actually it looked like Pascal because he had 30 last night, right? Am I tripping? I think he had 30.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so 30 just looks better than 21 and 8. I'm just being. I think that's what Halliburton had yesterday. It looked better than 21-8, man. And I think Tyrese is playing in an era where people are gonna say that Pascal is better than him, but I don't think it's just a clear cut. I think Tyrese Halliburton is better than Siakam. I think Siakam is just a better closer than him. That's all I'm
Hey,
saying. I think he's better in the ISO score. Go ahead.
EJ, I got a point, and it's kind of like with everything that's going on with the playoffs and stuff. So basically, right now, what I'm feeling like, the NBA is kind of getting back to good basketball.
Yeah.
But from the viewership, they don't want to see that. Like they don't want to see the mid-range shots. They don't want to see all that good defense. Like I said, like they want to see a competitor. Don't get me wrong with that. But like a lot of things they're doing, like the stuff that us basketball fans love, the casual fan, they don't want to see that. They want to see them Steph 33.
They want to see 40. They want to see you go for 40.
They want to see the crossovers. They want to see entertainment. Like, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. We all want to see that. But right now, we're seeing like good basketball. Like you go to a high school gym and stuff like that. You watch a basketball game. This is what you're gonna see. Good basketball. So it's like right now,
he played point guard the right way. He played point guard the right way.
I feel like right now a lot of players are playing good basketball, but just the casual fan are not entertained. So a lot of that kind of like you look like SGA and stuff like that. What he does is like him, Tyrese, they're like the quote unquote boring point guards and stuff. Like people don't want to really see that, but when you look at the stats and the numbers, it's like why not?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel. I feel like what I'm seeing, like when I forgot what was that? I think it was Minnesota OKC, and when OKC probably shot. Minnesota shot 50% from the 3-point, which was pretty good and stuff. They went 10 for 20 or something like that.
Yeah.
So anything like that is a good thing, but the other team shooting 63s and 53s is like if you make them, it's like, oh, it's a good thing. But if you go missing and stuff, you're gonna think about the Houston Rockets when they missed all them threes back in the day and stuff. So basically, I feel like we need to try to start going back to this good basketball, and I feel like eventually
we got to shift our mindset. We got to shift our mindset away from LeBron, Kyrie, and Steph Curry. That's essentially what it is. We're not. It's not LeBron, Steph, Kyrie no more. It is.
You got to throw the history books away. That's what I got to say. You got to throw the history books away. I feel like a lot of people with popularity and history.
Tyrese Halliburton plays basketball like a point guard should play. Shea scores the mid-range buckets the way a 2000 players play. They literally play the style of basketball that people was complaining was missing. They was complaining that it was missing, and now you got guys that's doing it. They're like, I don't want to see that. These two, I want to say this too, y'all. I found this stat too, y'all. These two teams right now, since January the 1st, their records. OKC is 53-13 since January 1st. The Pacers are 46-18 since January 1st. They got the two best records in the NBA leading into the finals. They're literally the two hottest and or best teams to reach the finals right now. So that being said, Ted, who you got, man? Who you got, man? OKC versus Pacers in the finals, man. Who y'all got, man? How you feeling? What do y'all need to see happen for y'all to pick the Pacers? Because the answer is the Thunder. Let me just do it. But the answer is the Thunder, man. What's up? What you
I gotta come. But that's what I was getting ready to say. That's why I had that pause and that hesitation. I've come to my senses. It's OKC by a landslide.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is just the matchups are good. Like I'm really excited about some of these matchups, but when I just think about how that fourth quarter is gonna look, SGA is gonna be just so much pressure, dog. And OKC has the size to negate all that Pascal shit throughout the whole game. And what I mean by that is when Mitchell Robinson and Cat get in foul trouble, they have nobody to actually defend him with size, height, and physicality. It's Josh Hart trying to guard and bang with Pascal. Now he has to deal with Hartstein, Chet, Kenrich, Caruso, all those guys, Lou Dort, all on the switches. J-Dub. So they got all these defenders that are willing to want to have that smoke. They just had to deal with Joker. So this Pascal shit gonna kind of feel a little light. But
I'm worried for Pascal, man. I'm worried for Pascal. I'm not worried. I'm interested to see how he matches up with my man Chet Holmgren, because I don't know if OKC is gonna run two bigs. Let me say this, because OKC they ran two bigs last series because Aaron Gordon and Joker hit the rebounds real well. with that. Well, J-Dub, though, they've been letting J-Dub guard Aaron Gordon and Julius Randle. I wouldn't be surprised if they went small and put Chet at the 5 and let J-Dub guard Siakam. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that.
But this is where it gets interesting, because I gotta compliment this dude and diss him at the same time, because you know how I get down.
All right.
Lou Dort may have Tyrese in jail, like Rikers Island, next round. And what I mean by that is he's had to guard some elite scores. And you know how Zell was saying, like, some guys are just really tunnel vision. They just want to get a bucket off. They don't care about nothing else.
Yeah.
Now you got to make Tyrese think, because now this dude is gonna fight through a million screens. He's gonna chase you on all. He's gonna go over on all screens. He's gonna chase you. He's stronger than you. He's your size. He's just as athletic as you. And now you got to worry about somebody like that. And then even if you end up getting him in foul trouble, you got Caruso right there doing the same exact thing. And it's just going to be nonstop. A
lot of guys, man.
So it's a big question mark on how are you going to get your shot off? Because, yeah, that floater stuff is cool, but how you going to get that floater off when you got Chet and Hartstein playing drop coverage and they stop right at the free throw line?
Mm-hmm.
You can't get that floater off like you did against New York. Why? You got it off on New York. It's because Josh Hart was in for the first 4 games as a starter. He's only 6'5" or whatever the case may be. And then you got Cat, which is a liability on defense. Now you got Chet and Hartstein, J-Dub, and Dort. And then SGA is your worst defender on the court, and he's a better defender than everybody on the Knicks.
Number 2 in the defensive ratings this season. He's number 2.
So do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
SGA is your worst defender, and he's a better defender than everybody on the Knicks.
He's 6'6" too. And he's
6'6". He's 6'6".
6'6", man.
He's the worst. He's a better defender than everybody on the Knicks, and he's a better scorer than everybody on the Knicks.
It's gonna be tough, man. You brought up a point earlier, Ted, that I kind of wanted to touch on that I didn't want to bring it up. You was talking about Nembhard being in SGA's chest. Well, I think part of the reason that Nembhard was able to get in Jalen Brunson's chest is because they don't have any other ball handlers on that daggone Knicks team. Mikal Bridges can't start the offense. OG can't start the offense. Cat obviously can't, but it's like Josh Hart again can't start the offense. None of these guys could like get the when they get across half court, they literally pick the ball up and looking for Jalen. Like, hey, Jalen, come, which way you going? So
they got no point guard over them. No, I'm just saying, like, basically what you were saying, like, Cam Payne was like kind of like that backup, and then eventually he realized Cam Payne was the answer, so he just started putting Deuce McBride in there. He started putting DeLon Wright,
like DeLon Wright.
Yeah, he started putting
That's how you know he was desperate. That's how you know, because I didn't even know DeLon Wright played for the damn Knicks. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't seen him since
10 different teams and 10 different seasons for. I ain't gonna say for a reason, but it just says a lot though. You played for 10 different teams in 10 seasons.
Yeah,
so it's like.
I think you got
a team like that, so it's like, come on now.
And you got J-Dub, and I think J-Dub backs up ball handling for the OKC pretty fine. Isaiah Joe too. I like Isaiah Joe handling the ball. He's more of a scoring guard, but I'm just talking about.
I thought they didn't play Isaiah Joe that much like they should. I feel like Isaiah Joe. He was playing real good in the regular season. He had scored.
What I was saying, Zell, you're right. What I was getting at though was the fact that Nembhard was able to get into Jalen Brunson's chest because they didn't have any other guards that can handle the ball. I'm saying if SGA is having a problem getting the ball, they got another guy that they can bring in and start their offense through. Is what I'm getting. Yeah. I think I'm less worried about, because to me, to be honest, I don't know if you want to play SGA like that. I don't know if you want to play SGA close. He shoots his 3-ball is the worst part of his game. I think you might want to back up a little bit because he is very comfortable with you putting your hand right here and doing this, right? That foul bait, he's very comfortable.
But when I say that type of play style, I'm thinking of, I want to test your whistle in the finals. I want to test what that whistle's talking about, because we're in the finals. This is where I seen Steph, Bron, Kobe, Tim all have to fight through a whistle because the refs held the whistles in some of these possessions. So I'm interested to see how that whistle is going to get played, because I mean, it is what it is. But when you looked at the Minnesota and OKC officiating, you seen that it was real delicate with them going to the cup, and then you can see how OKC was had a lot of more leisure to be physical with Minnesota, and the same for Indiana versus New York. So now when those two teams face each other, you You got to get up in Halliburton shit. You got to get up in Pascal shit. You got to get up in SGA shit because you want to see how that whistle is going to be
You got
played.
to test it out. Yeah, you got to test it out. That's a
Because
fact. And that's a game in, game out type of thing. Because game one
why
may
I'm
be
wait for
different from 3.
why I'm gonna wait for you to hit me in the chest. I'm gonna bring the heat first, and if they call it early, all right, now we can kind of back up a little bit. But if they let me rock out and I get a couple of good stops, no harm, no foul.
Yeah. No, we gonna get to find out. I think 2 key factors too, man. Because I know part of me saying that OKC is a lock is also me hoping that Jalen Williams has the same series that he had against the Timberwolves. Because if Jalen Williams for the Nuggets show up, shit might start to look a little muddy. It might get a little bad because the Pacers are gonna run. The Pacers are gonna have a couple games where they score 120 points, and I know
There's gonna be
SGA can
8
fill it up.
players scoring 15.
It's gonna be a couple of them. Go ahead, Ted. What you guys say?
I got the Pacers, man.
Ooh.
Oh,
And the reason why I got the Pacers is Rick Carlisle. I feel like the coaching
okay.
the coaching plays a huge part in the playoffs. Like how you said, like Ted said, the New York Knicks was worn out. Like, you know what I'm saying? They was done.
Yeah.
Check in like was on second round. Like they was done for it. So you gotta think about when you're coaching and you play your players the right way, you play them you gotta think about each team, you can't play the same rotation just because the other teams is not gonna match up. And so I feel like with Rick Carlisle, that's like the number one key thing for the Pacers to win. He has to make all the right play calls, all the right matchups. He got to make all those right moves. And I feel like with Tyrese Halliburton, seeing Siakam get that MVP, I feel like he's gonna be way more aggressive.
I wanted to get to that too, Zell. I wanted to get to that
I
too.
feel like he's gonna be way more aggressive because when you seen him on that microphone, it's like,
Are you salty?
He was like,
yeah.
He walked up. They said, Pascal.
He said,
so you got to think about it. He seen what Jason Tatum went through last year, watching Jaylen Brown win every single award right in front of his face, and how that went, and even how that went on to him in the summer in the Olympics and still affected him. So I feel like with Tyrese Halliburton, if he pays attention to that, like even if he got to call JT, like, hey man, like what I need to do, like he need to like really just talk to Pascal. He need to be like, all right, what we need to do to win this final in the way that we won't step on each other's toes. You know what I'm saying? Like they can both.
Yeah, that's
play
what I
their
was gonna
own game
ask you.
and still be successful. Yeah.
Does Tyrese Halliburton not winning the Eastern Conference Finals MVP hurt the Pacers? Because what you just said was what the question I wanted to ask. Because now that I see that, hey, okay, if 21-10 ain't getting me my accolades, I'm forcing the issue. Now I'm forcing my shot. So now those passes that I normally would have made to the corner over, I'm taking those shots now. Does that help or hurt the Pacers?
But I feel like it helps them because anytime Tyrese Halliburton got any type of negative criticism, he always did over. They call him overrated. He showed him like he's underrated. Like he did everything to prove. He literally proved everybody wrong, all the way down to the Sacramento Kings. He literally proved everybody wrong. They threw him out. People didn't draft him where they should have drafted him. All like he's been proving everybody wrong. Traded him from the
Kings for the Mantis Sabonis.
And the only thing about it is he's that out of the box. He's like, you know what I'm saying? He's a different type of person. Like, you know what I'm saying? They can say he's a square, this and that. So it's like he's not that ideal face of a team or the league. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So it's like when they look at him and his superstar status, it's just kind of overlooked. So even like what you said, that award, I feel like it's gonna help him. I feel like it's gonna help him personally.
Him trying to force the issue, in my opinion, with Lou Dort could have negative impacts on the Pacers team. If he's trying to force his issue and Lou Dort, let's say to Ted's point earlier, if the refs are letting him play physical and he starts to force his issue, it could get dark. It could go full zap. It could go full zap if he's trying to. But let me ask you this, because you said you got the Pacers. What you got the series? What you got? 4-2, 4-3, 4? What you got?
Honestly, I like it being a home court game all the way up to like the 6-7 maybe, something like that. I feel like it might start changing around there, but I feel like it's a perfectly matched up game. So I feel like it Pacers in 7, man. I like Pacers in 7.
Pacers in 7. What you got, Ted? You got what you call the game series? What you got, Ted?
I got OKC in 6. Because I think that
OKC in 5.
Yeah, I just want to because I want to see a longer finals. That's why I said it that way.
Facts.
I want to see a longer finals because after that it's going to be a little dip in how much coverage we're gonna have with watching the basketball fans. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a little decent time frame that we gotta wait. But I got two things where you said, if Lou Dort is able to play physical against Halliburton, it could get dark. I got two things where I think that it's important.
Okay.
And I brought it up last pod. Rick Carlisle is a championship caliber coach, and he went against the Miami Heat, and he went against somebody of Braun, Wade, Bosh caliber. So what I'm saying is he can make the simple adjustments that he could possibly make it a lot tougher for SGA and things of that nature. So that would be a real big asterisk on coaching. I want to see how um, the coaching adjustments, like they're gonna. It's supposed to be boxing. We're just gonna show you this, but it's really gonna show us the real game plan of how we're gonna play you, whatever the case may be. And then also, I also want to kind of hate a little bit on some other players real fast by using Tyrese Halliburton, because I don't really use Halliburton as a focal point on some of my comparisons. But with Tyrese Halliburton being such a traditional old school point guard, and he had the high assists, zero turnovers. Let's give him the flowers that he went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. He stunk it up against Boston. He came back, beat the Knicks twice. So he beat them last year and beat them again this year. He made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. And then also now he's gonna make it to the finals against OKC.
Yeah,
Let's talk about this type of player, this type of point guard, making it before Steve Nash, Chris Paul, and he's more of the design for like Jason Kidd. So he's Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd made it to the finals. Jason Kidd was a defender. Jason Kidd was a push running gun type of point guard. And he was of that same size and things of that nature. So, a lot of the people, they say, playing that traditional point guard, being too nice, being the facilitator is not going to make you make the finals. He did what Chris Paul did not do in a quarter of his career. He's only been in the league.
Throw this in there too, Ted. With a worse team, I would say them Chris Pauls and them Steve Nash teams was fire. Them
the point that I'm saying
Joe
is
Johnson, but yeah,
the fact that they always say, the opportunity for you to get to the finals is real small. Now he's here, so now we can't talk about no what ifs no more, because we talked about all these great point guards that facilitated first, like John Wall, Chris Paul, and all those other guys, and Steve Nash,
Stockton, and all them. Yeah,
Chris
Paul. Yeah, he in that conversation. He's in there.
So like he's in that prototypical type. So I'm giving him his flowers and showing that sometimes when you have that clutch bone, a little bit of luck behind you, and a lot of hustle, you can get there.
You don't. Hey, I think does it usher in the conversation of you don't have to have a scoring point guard? Because I mean the league now, man, the league now is dominated by scoring point guards. The Steph Currys, I mean Ja Morant, SGA.
But it's gonna make people think that way. It's gonna make people think that way. Because you got to understand, we had to deal with Cade and Jalen as a matchup, so we loved that. The amount of people that watched that and was so locked into that, it's like not a brainwash, but it's like the audience now is strictly about clinical basketball. When they say, "Oh yeah, he's putting on a clinic," so like when Zell was saying that we have to try to transition the way that the basketball league is going. After the first round of this year's playoffs, everybody got away from clinical basketball. Everybody was actually playing team basketball. It was all spread out when it goes to the stats. SGA was the best player this game. Then it was J-Dub. Then it was a little bit of Chet. And then with the Minnesota, it was Julius Randle, Jaden McDaniels. And nobody was the man.
Joker.
Nobody was the man. But everybody was winning. Joker, Aaron Gordon.
What's wrong with that? I'm agreeing with you. I wasn't even trying to be funny. I was agreeing. My bad. I'm just listening. I'm thinking. As you talking, I'm thinking.
But I'm saying, though, like, I'm agreeing with Zell. We getting away from the superstar, super team basketball, and now it's to the point where it's like you got one really good superstar and maybe like an all-star or just a star somewhere around that borderline, good player, star player, whatever the case may be, and then everybody else has the opportunity to bring role players, really good role players around. And everybody plays hard. This is the basketball that the old heads was complaining about. This is what we're watching. We're watching.
This is what I'm saying.
You attacking the paint. You shooting the mid range. You shooting.
They playing defense. Threes. You got OKC, who's all-time defense.
Hard fouls.
No super teams.
What are we talking about?
This is competitive basketball. Competitive
This is
basketball all
it.
the way.
We here now, and they still like, no, man, foul bait. No, man. I'm like, dude, I don't know. If y'all don't like hoops, you just don't like hoops, bro. But
I just
But
don't think that you watch
it's
basketball.
basically
I
it
just
just
don't think
shows
y'all
that
watch it.
nobody's gonna. It's just about being grateful about stuff. You know what I'm saying? No matter what happens, they always gonna be like, oh, change this, change that. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
Team can never
You
be
gonna
happy.
find
So
something. That's a
it's always
fact.
what it's gonna be. That's all it
But
Let
is.
me
that's
ask
why I be
y'all. Oh,
telling Zell to
go ahead.
stop saying that it's gonna be boring. It's not gonna be boring. We just not
It ain't
used
gonna
to
be
it.
boring, Zell.
No. But it's like this. Most of the world that we you know how we talk about these highlight watches and stuff like that. For highlight watchers, it's
Yeah,
boring. A casual is boring because when
yeah.
they watch the highlights, all they gonna see is mid-range jump shots. They're like, oh, this I'm not watching that. But
I
it's
love
like
that media.
if
That's
you
what's
watch
crazy
it,
because I love it.
if you watch the whole game, you're gonna see them being physical. You're gonna see them bumping. You're gonna see all of that. So
You
it's
know
just
what's
like that's
funny? I just
really
thought about ain't no
competitive.
dunking. Ain't nobody dunking.
Nobody.
This is straight hoops. Ain't no athlete.
Hey,
Obi Toppin
hey,
coming off the bench is the
fair,
only
fair.
dunker.
Hey,
You see Obi, you
hey,
see Obi
hey,
go up?
I got a funny thing.
Go ahead, Zell.
If you see, listen. If you see OB Toppin dunking, the pace is up by 20.
There you go. They up by 20. He the eighth man off the bench. Ain't no
Hey,
dunk. Ain't no highlight. We hooping. This is straight hoops.
Because
This is straight
when the
hoops.
game close, he's shooting that corner three.
Come on,
But
man.
but
Come on,
when the
man.
game getting out of hand, he
He
gonna
down
do it
there.
between the lugs.
He doing all kind of shit, ain't he? 360 windmills, all that. Look, hey, I
hey,
want.
but
Oh,
but
go
But
ahead.
but
all,
but my last thing I'm gonna say this: Indiana and Oklahoma, they play basketball like they're in Indiana, Oklahoma. So that's simply what we're
Fact,
watching. You know what I'm saying? Like
fact.
you think about the Hoosiers and like Indianapolis, even like the Oklahoma Sooners and stuff like that. You think about college basketball because
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
like
man. Good
you
point,
think
Zell.
about small town ball. So it's like it's gonna be a good series. I
that
feel
is
like
good.
people
That's a
taking
good
that for
point though,
real.
because this
Good point, Zell.
NBA basketball is actually turning into college platform college style basketball play,
Hey, and
and
the
that's what
crowd with the crowds too.
and I love it.
Yep.
And
The
I
interruptions,
also want to
all that.
say Obi Toppin would start on a lot of NBA teams. And the only reason why I think that he doesn't
He
start is
could.
because of the loyalty of Pascal and the loyalty to Miles Turner because they've already been a part of the organization. But if you look around, Obi Toppin reminds me of not as good or as skilled, but he reminds me of Blake's run when he was in Detroit.
You know, I thought you was gonna say Aaron Gordon.
Ooh.
I feel like he can do what Aaron Gordon does.
He does.
I
He
thought,
can.
but I follow you though. But yeah, I follow you. I
Like
don't.
Yeah,
Now,
I
like
I'll
feel
be
like
like he
clear. I don't think he's better than Pascal Siakam. I don't. Let's
no
just.
I
I
don't
don't know if
I,
that's.
no me neither.
Oh,
Me
okay.
neither.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Don't clickbait me, everybody.
I
But
feel
Oh,
what
like
I'm
you like
saying
Aaron
is
Gordon when he was in the Magic when he was like kind of about to
yeah,
leave and
like
stuff around
that.
that
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
exactly.
But like Blake's last year in the Clippers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that type of shit. I can believe that. Let me ask y'all this, because y'all gave me shit about it when I said it way them months
Hey,
ago. Y'all know I keep it in the tuck. Y'all gave me shit, man. E, you don't know what you talk about, blah blah blah. Now, SGA win this Finals MVP, get a scoring title. He got the MVP. He get a championship. Now that we finally here. If he wins, is he the best player in Oklahoma City history? Is he the best Thunder player ever if he wins this championship this season? We here now.
go
I,
ahead, Zell.
We here now. Cause y'all told me I
all
was
right,
crazy when I said it. I wish Ken was here for this question.
all right,
He
let's
was
go
he
ahead.
bad mouth.
Let's
He made a whole TikTok video,
all right.
Zell. Go ahead, my bad.
So we might as well go ahead and rank them with him, Russ, and KD like the top three.
But you can't though
But
unless I gotta go first though if we
no
gonna
no
do the
no no no
ranking.
no 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 no
Oh,
no
okay,
no
okay.
no no. I'm saying this like as a Thunder. So you gotta think about it. KD was great in Oklahoma City, but you gotta think about his whole entire career.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Russ might have kind of got him over on
You
that
you
one.
better tread lightly.
I'm just saying, like
Hey,
Russ, you know what I'm saying? When KD left, Russ
that's
kind
a, listen.
of,
I'd say this to y'all. That's a hell of a big three to have for your fan base. That's a hell of
oh
a
yeah,
stretch of players to have for your fan bases.
Where
Russ, KD,
all
and
those fair
SGA.
weather fans in OKC, all those people that ain't never been over there,
and a lot
yeah.
of
Golly.
people don't
And
realize.
if you go back to Seattle, you got Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. Like
Yeah,
y'all had some talent come through this
but
organization.
just as the Oklahoma City Thunder, like so when they came a team in 2008, 2009, or whatever, like
Right.
in just those small amount of years, they had some three great
Pretty
players
good
come through.
runs. That's true.
But if SGA gets all those accolades, I feel like we have to like it's not an argument to me to be like who's
Mm.
the greatest. I feel like with all those
Let's answer the
accolades.
question then, because I don't know. You tiptoeing around it. Well, what's the answer?
No,
Who
I'm
is the
saying like with
greatest?
all those accolades, SGA would be the greatest Thunder. Like
Mm.
as a Thunder and
Mm.
stuff. I ain't gonna say he's the greatest player of those three, but as a Thunder, he would be the best.
No, hold on. Don't. I don't like you side chopping it, whatever that is. The greatest player as an Oklahoma City. It's all one question. It's all
That's
one.
why. But that's why I said as a Thunder, SGA.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
didn't know if you were trying to say, well, not as a player, but maybe just because of the accolades. No. I want the whole answer. I want it all as one.
No. I feel like like I said with those awards, you just can't be like, oh nah. Like I feel like if that going back to that history and popularity stuff again, because it's
Yeah.
like we keep looking at these names and we gotta like it's
Yeah.
it's 2025.
Come
A
on
lot
now.
of people don't realize these players won the MVP awards like before 2015. So it's like
That's true.
it's a
He won
long
his
time
MVP in
ago.
2014. That's a fact. I think Russ got his in 2017. Don't quote me. I think it's 2017, 2016. Hold on,
16,
Zell.
17, something like that. Yeah.
Let Ted. We giving Ted too
Nah,
much time to think over there.
I'm
We giving
done.
him too
I'm
much
done.
time to think over there, Zell.
I'm
Let him
done.
go. What say you? What say you, Ted?
There's no way in no world, in no universe, or no galaxy that no matter how many accolades that SGA get, that I would ever in my mouth say that he's better player than Kevin Durant in OKC. The amount of 50% from the field seasons, so many 30 clip seasons, the MVP season while everybody was there with Harden and Westbrook, he won the MVP, and then how loaded that league was back then. There were no, and then when KD went to the finals, he seen prime Bron. SGA is about to see prime Tyrese Halliburton, and I'm not trying to just
Oh man, wait a
yeah,
minute.
yeah.
No, you can't do that. You can't. He
Yeah.
just wait, Zell.
Yeah.
Did he not just
Yeah.
tell me
You gave
Prime
me way too much
Halliburton was
time. You
Jason
gave me too
Kidd?
much time. Hey,
You
then I
just
just
told me
I
Prime
hey,
Halliburton is Jason Kidd, John Stockton, and now he Halliburton. Now is it this?
You
That's
found the
crazy.
biggest
so
busted
who
through.
so who would you be more scared? Who would you be more scared to face? John
Yeah.
Stockton or Larry Bird?
Listen, John Stockton and Malone was
See,
crazy.
but
Come on, we can't
that's
do
what
that.
it is.
We
That's
can't.
what it is,
We
though.
can't.
John Stockton, he played good basketball. A lot of people didn't like that,
But it
but
wasn't enough. But say what you want to say, it wasn't enough.
it
So
wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. It
so the
wasn't.
point
I
that
want
I'm
to
saying is
go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm listening.
but listen, I love the accolades, the MVP, the scoring title, the most
The
efficient,
championship. The
the
championship.
championship, and
Okay.
9 times out of 10 is going to be a Finals MVP.
Anybody's age too. Put his age in there too.
And at the age, and also the circumstances that he didn't come off the rip and actually be the number one option. He didn't get the keys automatically. He had to sit back
Yeah.
and do his turn. It's kind of like Aaron Rodgers had to sit back and watch Brett Favre cook, and then all of a sudden he just took it to a whole different level. But I love it. I love it. But when we talk about
His would have been Chris Paul. SGA would have been Chris Paul. I mean, I know I'm listening to you though. I'm
but
here.
I'm saying that the caliber in regards of like a player that KD was in OKC, a lot of people forget because of all the antics with Golden State, all the antics with Brooklyn, and all the antics with Phoenix. People forget how great KD was in OKC, and the fact that he had to go against Prime, Wade, Bron, Bosh, and all of that Heat Nation culture.
Mhm.
SGA would be shaking his boots if he looked up
Now
and
watch
said,
this.
"God,
Now watch this, Zell. Now watch. Now I got a couple rebuttals. First off, he said all the 30-point seasons that KD had. He had 2. Let's be clear. He had 2. I just want to be prior. Matter of fact, he ain't had one again since 2015. All right. SGA got 3 already. Let's be clear. All right.
okay,
Now he say this. SGA will be scared in his boots, right? SGA just played the former face of the league. He just played the best
who?
player in the NBA.
Put a name
Ja
on it."
Morant. Ja Morant. Ja Morant was the former face of the league. Hold on, that's fine. I ain't even mad at that. We
That's
can
an
sniff
ass
at
shit.
that.
That's an ass shit.
We can sniff at that. That's fine.
We're not gonna throw
What about
Grizzlies,
Joker?
man.
What about Joker? What about
Aaron
Joker?
Gordon was hurt.
What about Joker?
All right, you got
Don't
that one.
give
You
me.
got that one.
You
You
got
got
it.
that
You
Let
one.
me
got it.
You
You
have
got
got
that
it.
Joker,
one. You got
and
that
then
one.
let
You
me
got
get
that
Ed
one.
Edwards, the supposed to be Michael Jordan Jr.
Man.
What you
No,
mean, man?
I'm
Don't
not gonna
y'all
let you.
man me on no Michael Jordan.
I'm not letting you get
We're
away
not
with
gonna give you
that
that
one.
one. We're not gonna give you that one.
Y'all
I give
ain't
you
giving me
Joker
Ed
for sure.
Edwards.
Only
I
because
give
I
you
can't
Joker
give
for
you that
sure.
because he hasn't shown at that moment that he's been that guy.
Oh man, come
That's the
on.
only reason why I
So,
won't give you
so
that.
y'all ain't
That's the
giving me
only reason
Michael
why.
Jordan Jr., but all season y'all been telling me he Michael Jordan Jr. I
Nah,
can't.
we didn't say Michael Jordan. We said he looked like Mike out there. Like he got the you know what I'm saying? He got the characteristics and
That's
stuff. He
crazy.
not Mike.
So,
He not
so,
Mike
so
So
Jr.
okay,
who the
that's
better scorer, SGA or KD in their
fine.
respective
Oh,
franchise?
wait, 2012? In 2012, KD?
12 versus 25. That's what we're talking about.
No,
I'm
you
only talking
asking
about
me. Zay, you want
As
to
a
go
sport,
first?
I'm picking KD. I'm picking KD. If you talking
Why?
about
Why are you
scoring.
picking KD? Because you feel. Did you just tell me to throw away them history books? You just
No,
told me
no,
to
no,
throw it
no.
away. Throw it
Yeah,
away.
but we got to think about KD's. Come on now, man.
I
Like
thought
KD
about
coming
it.
down
12
that
KD,
court, he shooting
12
threes.
KD versus
He
25
going to the
SGA.
hole. Like he doing. He got a.
You ready for
I ain't
this?
gonna say he got a better
Hey,
bag than SGA, but
you,
he's scoring. He's scoring better
hey
than
Zell.
SGA.
Hey Zell. You know what? I wish I had two of the greatest passers of all time passing me the ball, setting me up. I wish SGA had Russell Westbrook and James Harden. But you know what SGA got? Straight bag work. Hey, move. You setting the screen. Who guard me? Jay McDaniels? No. Alexander Edwards. It don't matter. Send him up here. Move out the way. Send him up here. Move out the way. Let me go get this work. Let me go get to this money. What y'all talking? I went through this. I had this conversation with some other guys. They was talking to me about. We was talking about this conversation. 2025 SGA versus 2012 KD. Right? They said, well, SGA shoot better from the midi. I said, well, here go the percentage. SGA midi 57.6% this season. KD in 2012 was 51. SGA, KD shoot better from the free throw line. KD 86. SGA 89. All right. Oh, well, SGA shoot better. KD shoot better from the three. He do shoot better from the three. KD shoot better from the three. Points per game 32.7. SGA KD 28. What we talking about? Why is it a conversation? They start bringing up negative space. You know, the space back then was, you know, this. I don't care what the space was. That mean to me, SGA don't really care about none of that. He played the same way that y'all tell me KD played. I'm at the rack. I'm shooting this midi. He shoot the three worse. That's about it. But other than that, if you are listen, man, SGA has the most 30-point games this season, the most 40-point games this season, the most 50-point games. Right?
KD had to share the ball with Russ and Harden and Ibaka.
Here we go. Well, don't wait.
I
I
can't
give
let
you
you
Russ.
cook
Don't
too
you throw
crazy because
Ibaka in there. Don't you throw Ibaka in there. He ain't sharing the
couldn't.
ball
Yo,
with Ibaka.
Hey,
Give me
but
I had to
Russ.
cut you. I
see,
had to cut you off early
this is why
because
I said Russ is the
you was
second
cooking
best
too
Thunder.
crazy, and I couldn't let you just keep cooking. I had to turn the heat off a
Bro,
little bit.
listen, come on, man. SGA is one of them. I'm trying to, and I've been saying it not to y'all, but to everybody, and because it seems like people don't want to accept his greatness. And you know what? A lot of people just don't like that
Well,
that
I
they
got a
shoot
euro
style.
for you. How about this? How about
Go ahead.
since you already had this little scripted conversation yesterday, and you
I
got
didn't
all the
have it
rebuttals.
scripted. You brought it up.
You had all these
You
rebuttals
brought it up.
ready.
I didn't
No,
bring it up, did I,
He
Zell?
was
you
in the mirror
sounded way.
You
saying
brought
it.
it up.
No, hold on. You sounded a little bit too prepared for me, and I ain't liking this. So here you go. I'm a
I
euro this.
was. I ain't gonna lie. You're right. You're
No,
right. I was prepared.
you way too prepared for me, and I don't like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it to I'm gonna take it to the next level.
Switch it up. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh fuck, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt me for me to say because if you say what I don't want you to say, it's gonna hurt.
Do it. Do it.
Don't hurt yourself.
SGA 2025 playoff run versus these particular names, and you tell me if they're better or they're worse if he does win.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Is this SGA run better than 2011 Dirk?
From what he
Just
producing or
everything,
for the
regular
teams?
season, going into the playoff season, and then getting
Ooh,
the chip.
regular season. When you throw
everything.
regular season in there, I gotta say
Totality
SGA.
of everything.
If I'm throwing in everything, I say SGA regular season because I saw again. I'm looking at y'all know I'm looking at all this stuff, bro. He has the third most points all time entering the finals. It was Jordan, LeBron, and then SGA. So if we throw it in the regular season, SGA, it's a complete season, a 60-win team. I got the highest plus minus in history, and I'm averaging 33. The only knock I really got on him is the season he had against the series against the Nuggets. I thought he struggled a little bit. Just watch the numbers are there, but like watching it.
So you got him over 11 Dirk.
Yeah.
In totality, yes. Not if we just
say,
speak of
yeah.
I don't need the reasoning.
Yes.
I just want to check energy. So you got him over 11 Dirk.
Yeah. I got him.
All right, you got him over 05 Wade.
Nah, I ain't got him over 05 Wade. I ain't got him
Huh?
over.
How about you, Zell?
I'm saying no. I'm saying no off the finals alone, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't even. I can't even remember.
What about 96?
In the regular season.
What about 96
2006
Jordan?
when we went to the finals and stuff in 2006 and you beat the.
That's the 2005. That's the year.
You beat the
05-06 is what I'm talking about.
You beat the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yep, and him going crazy, averaging 40 against Dallas.
I can't put him over Wade.
All right, what about 96 Jordan?
Not that year.
He ain't over 96 Jordan.
All right,
96 Jordan might be in there by himself. It might be him like a Bron.
You can't talk.
All right, what about 15 Bron?
What
about 15 Bron?
That's the 15-16, right? 15-16 when they came back.
Down 3-1 against the Warriors.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Ron was too crazy there.
All right. See, this is where it's gonna get a little funny. This is where this
No.
where it's gonna get a little spicy for him. What about 20 Greek Freak?
Yes, I'll say yes. I like him over
Freak
20
shit.
Greek. I
Singing.
like him over 20 Greek Freak. I didn't necessarily care for the Greek Freak playoff run. I thought he caught a lot of teams injured. I think he caught he got let me rephrase it. Not a lot of teams.
That's when he stepped on the line,
Nets
right?
was injured. That's when KD stepped on the line.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. All right,
And
next.
then he played my boy Trae Young in the Eastern Conference Finals. To be fair, that was, I mean,
Please.
come on, come on. And then the son, Devin Book, then he played a light skinned dude in the finals. I'm gonna go. I'm just remembering the playoffs. You feel me?
Hey, chill out on the light skin, man. Hey, you're not gonna be on
I'm
light
just
skin.
saying.
I'm the only
That's
one.
back
I'm the
to
only
back
one.
light skins. You got that.
What about Kobe? What about Kobe's year? Kobe's year against Boston. I want to say it's 09 or 09
It was
08.
08 or 09.
I think
It would have been the next year.
what-
You're right. 09, 10, 2010. Kobe versus Boston in the final. Let me look. I want to see who he actually played then.
Because I just want to, because historically,
Yeah.
when you somebody of SGA's caliber and how he's cooking, you gotta
Yeah.
put him against the greats. There's no handicaps in this shit.
Kobe had to go against that Nuggets with Melo and stuff too.
But that's
so
what I'm saying.
Hey,
That's
that's the best series of all time in my opinion.
Yeah, that was a battle. So
that's
it's
the
like,
best basketball series of all time.
I can't do that. And even on top of that, playing the we played the Magic. Boston. Who played Magic or Boston?
So he played the Celtics in 2010. They played the Celtics in 2010 finals, and then they played. I think the Magic would be 2009, y'all.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so what about 2018 KD in Golden State?
Yeah.
It's a man.
I'm just naming.
Crazy though.
I'm naming great playoff runs.
I gotta be because I'm a hater. I'm not a liar.
Some greats. There's some great people.
I'm a hater. I'm not a liar.
But I'm talking about him specifically because it was him leading.
KD didn't win the MVP that year though, did he? Ooh, 2018. That's James Harden. James Harden won that 2018.
But they beat them.
They beat
the MVP,
and they should have lost. They was 3-2.
And then you beat Braun. You beat Braun in convincingly fashion.
Only reason I'm saying yes to that is because I still personally feel that Steph Curry was the best player on that team. I do feel that Steph Curry was the best player. So I'm gonna say yeah. I'm saying I got 2025 over that decade. So yeah, I'm gonna say yeah.
So y'all only got Wade, Jordan, and 15 Braun over SGA's performance this year.
No, in 2009 Kobe. In
2009 Kobe. So you only got 4 generational playoff runs over SGA's runs if he wins this year.
This playoff run right now is not going to be held to a high regard until after these guys retire. We're going to have to see Tyrese Halilburton in totality, and we're going to come back and say, bro, he beat Tyrese Halilburton. The reason going back to my
all these conversations too early. All these conversations are way too early.
You got to have them in real time. You got to have them in real time, though, Zell.
Yeah. I don't think it's too early. I'm just saying. Go ahead, Zell. I'm sorry.
No, but I'm saying like what you're saying is just like we're not seeing their full potential right now. So it's like 5 to 10 years now. Who knows? SGA could have 5 MVPs, or you know what I'm saying? Like all these players who we're not talking about could have all these accolades and awards to the point that's gonna hold more weight in the future.
Right.
Like as of right now, it's not really like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it don't matter.
Like to your point, Zell, Tyrese Halilburton and Ant was right now. Their names aren't prestigious, or as prestigious as some of the other guys. But
the only reason why I do that is because I'm spoiled with Braun, because I have to compartmentalize his eras in 8s. His first 8, his second 8, and his third 8. So I don't have that leisure to do that with SGA right now at this moment.
Right.
But what I'm saying is at this pace, he may be going you know how like the media and most of the casuals are very impressed with Boston and what Jason Tatum has done for the last 7 years, going to the East Conference Finals, and they're only getting 1 chip.
Yes. So
if OKC goes to 6 to 7 Western Conference Finals and only gets 1 chip this year,
yeah.
Why does Tatum not get that level? So what I'm asking is like, is SGA already career-wise going to be better than Tatum if he wins this year when they both got 1 chip and they are both probably the best player on their respective conferences? Who is the better player now?
SGA or Tatum?
Yeah, because the reason why I say this is because y'all just told me that we can't compare these people's careers because it's still going. But let's talk about a current player that's cooking and a current player that's elite with Tatum and SGA. They're on different sides of the stratosphere. And if we ever get the opportunity for them to face each other in the finals, then that would be really, really, really good basketball. But right now, if SGA wins and there's one title for one title,
yeah. You want me to go? You guys go ahead. I'm gonna say I go after you.
I'm gonna say Jason Tatum's sidestep 3 is the reason why I'm picking SGA. Because that's his go-to. I'm just saying that being your go-to when you shouldn't be doing that. I'm picking SGA over Tatum. I love
if
Tatum.
Jason Tatum played like Siakam, we wouldn't even. He would be probably the best player in the league.
No, but it's 20 seconds left on the clock. You like, all right, Jason Tatum got the ball. He gonna go to the side and step. He might take a step back.
Jason Tatum played like Paolo, this wouldn't even be a conversation. This wouldn't even be a conversation.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
But we have to have a conversation. So let me ask you this before I tell E to go.
Wait! I want to answer your question. I ain't get the answer.
I'm saying I'm
gonna add to it. Oh, go ahead.
But I'm saying, so how far is it for you? Like, it's not close? I'm talking about Dell. SGA and Tatum, is it not close, or is it close? Tatum and SGA.
Career this season, career-wise.
Careers. If SGA wins.
If SGA wins, yeah.
It's not far off. No, I won't say it's not far off. But that, like I said, that sidestep 3 does it hurts him.
Yeah. All right. So what about you, E? I know you about to cook with this one.
So I got 2, man. I got a couple points, right? I do genuinely think Jaylen Brown has hurt Jason Tatum's career. Playing on his team where you're not clearly better than somebody has really like snubbed his career, bro. We've never had that question for SGA. No matter how good J-Dub, Chet, anybody does, we know that SGA is the best player on that team. You know what I'm saying? So, second part, there's something to be said about getting an MVP. There's something to be said about beating Joker and Joker Prime getting MVP, right? There's something to be said about, and Giannis. That's a fact, too.
And it was damn near unanimous.
Unanimous, right? And we talking about Joker having a historic year, right? We talking about Joker literally 29, 10, and 10, and you beating him. And not only did you get it this year, you was second in MVP voting last year, right? So those 2 points, right? And then the third thing I got for him is SGA. For SGA, if they win this finals, SGA is going to be clear cut the finals MVP. So he'll have, not only will he have an MVP over Jason Tatum, he'll have a finals MVP and a scoring title this year. He's getting all these things. Think about that for 3 seasons, guys. We talking about in 1 season, you get a scoring title, an MVP, and a finals MVP. There's not a lot of people on that list that's done that.
If ever. I gotta do some homework.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, again, we freestyling. But for me, if he does that, the gap between SGA and Tatum is not small to me. It goes to very big. I say this. Here's to this next point. The gap between SGA and Jaylen Brown up here. The gap between Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown is too close. It's too close. Yeah. So if you are close to Jaylen Brown, there's no way to me that you're close to SGA. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, but with you talking about Jaylen Brown, I thought about something, and it's another player. Is Jaylen Brown better than Pascal Siakam?
Like even yes. Like I'm off the cuff. My first thought was yes.
Yeah, me too.
You say yeah.
My first thought is yes. But watching Siakam now, man, Siakam putting a lot of people on notice, man.
Siakam got better accolades than Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown only got 1 All-NBA. He's been in the league since 2016.
Yeah, I like how you did that. So now I'm about to OD even more. So so it's safe to say that SGA is a point guard.
Yeah,
I think we got.
All right, so if SGA wins a Finals MVP, a chip, a scoring title, an MVP, where is he at all time? Let's do it.
He's moving,
and he has 3 30-point seasons back to back.
And I think he gonna have another 3 more. I think he gonna have a lot of.
So he gonna have about 6 30-point average season scoring, an MVP, a Finals MVP, a chip, a scoring title. Where he at? Who he moving?
Everybody moving.
Who moving?
He's
Who
3.
Moving?
John Stockton, Jason Kidd, Russell Westbrook. Who else is up there, y'all? Gary Payton. Everybody's moving. He's
Paul.
3.
Yeah.
Chris Paul. Everybody's moving back 1. He's going right behind Steph and Magic because everybody after him don't have one.
Ooh, you see how it hurt you? Ooh, that stings so
everybody
good. Everybody
after him got to move.
Hey, look, it hurts so bad, but it hurts so good at the
It's the
same time.
truth. Everybody
it's
out
just
there
like
gotta move. Oh, wait. I'm lying,
I
y'all. The only person I won't move, Isaiah Thomas. Let me put out. So I got him at 4.
Even
All right,
after
let
what
me get back.
SGA is about to do,
SGA beat Jordan, man. I'm sorry. Isaiah beat Jordan. Isaiah beating Jordan is equivalent to a MVP to me. I'm sorry. You beat
yeah.
Jordan twice. He beat Jordan twice. You beat him 3 times actually, but you beat
So,
Jordan twice in the Eastern Conference
so
Finals.
if he
I
gets
got it.
2 of them things,
That's my opinion.
but what if he gets 2 of them things?
He get 2. I'm definitely moving Isaiah. I'm definitely moving. I'm gonna swap. I got it.
That's it.
He get 2. I definitely got him swap. Yeah, for
Respectfully.
sure. Respectfully, and Isaiah's my man. But yeah, he's easily top 4. No debate for me. No debate. I don't care because they talking about what he got to do deep. Jason Kidd got all that. I don't care about none of that. All defensive, that John Stockman, all assists and all. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. Scoring title, MVP, Finals MVP
is way louder than all that accolade shit.
I don't care about none of that. Yeah, over Joker, and hold on, and on top of that, on my way to get all of this, I beat Joker. I beat him.
You beat
so
Joker.
It's not like
you
I
beat Joker out.
I beat him, and I also beat Ant-Man, who's my peer. Who's my current? So not I beat the Legacy Act and I beat the current act, or whichever way they want to play.
You beat
I beat
a
both
person that had the chip that was an MVP, and then you beat all of a sudden this dude, the Legend Slayer. You beat him.
Come on now,
he ain't no.
I beat both of them.
Yeah.
I got that.
And you outvoted. Prime Giannis.
Come on, man. Hey, Prime Giannis.
That's loud.
Giannis
that's
numbers
loud.
is crazy. But that's true though. You know what I'm saying? That's what we looking at. That's what we looking at for me, man. I'm not stuck up on I throw away them history books, man. I thought every 5 years I throw them history books out.
You gotta think about it. The reason why we have a lot of these all NBA players, these all stars and stuff is because of their names. Like a lot of these players, they shouldn't have been so many all stars. They shouldn't have been. I had all these all NBA awards, but a lot of times we just look at that name, like in reality, when you really think about the face of the NBA, LeBron James damn near still the face of the NBA right now. Because the simple fact is, if LeBron's not playing, you know what I'm saying, people want to watch LeBron still. Like absolutely. LeBron is still talked about. So it's like
LeBron have championship expectations for him, bro.
It's almost like Steph Curry's number 2, because it's like all these old heads are still like the face, because a lot of times people don't want to look over them. Like Kevin Durant, like these players need to get low. They kind of need to get out the league to improve the league. Because LeBron, he's hurting the Lakers more than ever. Him getting this 50 a year.
It's a great pivot. It's a great pivot, Zell.
I'm just saying, these old heads they're hurting because they don't want to accept that vet role and just go down. They want to be the top of their game and just keep playing, keep being a starter and stuff like that. But from what we seen back in the day, the reason why the vets and stuff, I feel like the vets in this generation, they don't want to have that role.
You're right.
No,
nobody wants to be Russell Westbrook. Zell.
Once they realize they're going down, they just retire. They just get out. Like some of these players not even going overseas to have a longer career. I'm done. Like people,
you got to say it the same way that LeBron has saved so many careers. He's also killed just as many.
Starting to hinder him, and especially now more than ever.
Right now, yeah, for sure. He's doing. Like I feel like the only way he can help a team is he go to like a team that may not be that good, but he has to have a lower role. You can't
take his ass back to Cleveland and come off the bench.
Yeah, you can't be the best. I mean, it sounds crazy to say, but it's like you just can't be the best player in order to win. Like you're 40 years old.
You're 41. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay to say now. You're 41. But pivot real quick, y'all. I wanted to ask y'all this because we can get up out of here, man. I got a lot of trade talks, right? And you was talking about the Lakers and Bron. I think somebody that they need to pursue aggressively for Luka Doncic is Jared Allen. If the Cavaliers are saying they're going to get rid of Jared Allen, he's a great defender and he's a great lob threat. He is the lob threat that Luka Doncic needs. So I think they should go out there, Jared Allen. I hate to say Mark Williams again because Mark Williams seems like he got bad blood for them. He don't mess with them at all, bro. But anyway, when it comes to the trade talks, fellas, I want to ask y'all. I got some names.
Center though, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. He checked 2 boxes.
When you get Jared Allen like that, you can also hide Luka on defense.
There you go. He checks a bunch of boxes for them, man.
Because when you get an elite shot blocker like that, you can hide him on defense.
Yep. But also LeBron has to be, again, I'm assuming LeBron may be retiring. He's probably not, but
it might be a retire. He might. They said something about speculation of him having a retirement tour this year coming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
But some names that came up, y'all, for this trade and so first off, let's go back to the team that just lost in the playoffs. They saying that they should trade Cat. How do y'all feel about that? They saying that the Knicks should try to trade Karl Anthony Towns while his value is high. These are two very prestigious media personalities
New
on Twitter
York,
saying this.
New York City. That's the reason why you had a big market and you not doing what they need. Don't get me wrong. The Knicks, they haven't won a championship since '73,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
as a fan, as a media person, when you go to New York, you got to be great. And if you're not gonna be great, they gonna just it's like this. You either gonna be great or you gonna be bad. Ain't no in between. You can't be average in New York.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can't have no
But do
off
you
game. You can old cat scored
Trade him
30,
while he
scored
hot.
40, but you can't have no
what,
average games.
what'd you say, Ted?
I said trade him while he hot.
But and then get
I,
what though?
I don't
Giannis.
like
What
it
do you
though.
get for
Giannis.
Cat?
You get Giannis.
Oh, well, that's different. That's
Oh yeah, yeah.
a
You
great
don't. You don't.
yeah, that's a different yeah,
You
you get
get
yeah,
Giannis.
absolutely. Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
reason why I'm saying this is because Jalen Brunson saved Cat in regards to that Boston series. Yo, Cat was getting picked on so bad by Jason Tatum before he tore his Achilles that it was to the point where they didn't even run any sets. They just said, "Hey, high screen and roll, hold your screen," and I got the switch.
ISO
And
ball.
Cat was terrified. Cat was terrified to guard him, bro. I literally seen Jason Tatum score 15 straight on him in a quarter off straight ISO switches. And as phenomenal as the season that you've had in the regular season, and also you have a lot of good spurts in the playoffs. The defensive stigma will always stick on you no matter how good you are on offense. And the reason why I say that is the same way that we pick on Luka is the same way we should pick on Cat. If I seen Luka in his tier of stardom get traded because of his defensive liability or him being fat, let's talk about Cat's defensive liability. And sometimes he gets into a lot of
Ted,
foul trouble. What?
but
What's up?
does Jalen Brunson not have the same liability?
He does.
Why we not call it not we them? Why wouldn't they call
I
for
feel like
Jalen
The
Brunson?
New York
You
Knicks is
know
a
why the
liability
reason is
team, though. If you
because
think about
Jalen
it.
Brunson daddy's on that coaching staff. That's why. Let's
I
talk
know.
about the truth. Let's talk about how Tim Thibodeau and Jalen Brunson's dad knew each other since college. So that's never going to be the stigma. No matter if you know that that's the stigma, it's not going to be the stigma. So what you do, you scapegoat Cat, go get Giannis, and then now all your defensive problems are out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what was throwing me off because I was like, y'all talking about defense and Cat, he played the same defense as Brunson. In my opinion, you don't trade Cat. You go find. First off, there's not a lot of bigs that can guard the pick and roll, guys. Let's just be honest. There's not. He was in pick and roll situations. He can't move his feet. There's a lot of guys like that. But
Well, you wear size 22. Them puppies can't move like that.
he can't move. But two, go. We just saw, guys. We're literally watching the NBA finals where the two teams that are in the finals are built up teams. Why are you trying to trade your core instead of trying to build around them? Okay, stop trying to trade. You just traded Julius Randle like last season. You just traded another guy, right?
I feel like it goes back to coaching though. Like I feel like with Tibbs playing the way they played those plays in that playoffs, that's the reason why the Knicks did what they did. You know what I'm saying? Like I get this saying about Cat. He need to perform. He does need to perform better. Don't get me wrong. He does need to perform better. But I feel like instead of you trying to move your second best player, let's try to think about maybe do we need a new coach to try to see if he can. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta try to think of that because a lot of times these players get blamed for stuff they're not in control of, and coaches get
Cat had a
blamed for
career
stuff they're
year,
not in
man.
control of. So it's just
Yeah.
like
24 and 12.
it's like
You had 24 and 12 because you ain't never come out the game.
Yeah.
Well, take the good with the bad. He got exposed. Look, he got exposed, right? I'm not saying that, but we just got to the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's be all the way real. We just got to the Eastern. Why we acting as if like it'd be different if we didn't make the playoffs or we lost in the first round. We lost to a Pacers team who was better.
A good Eastern Conference too.
Yeah, it was a good game. And if we being honest, y'all should have been up. Y'all should have won game one when Neesmith hit all them threes, and they should have been
But
three.
you
We should
let
be going to a game
Pascal
7.
and let's talk about why Neesmith had all them goddamn threes. Who was guarding him?
Who's checking him? OG or
Oh,
Jalen Brunson?
JB.
Brunson.
JB was
Oh,
guarding
was
him.
it Jalen
Why?
Brunson?
Because who was OG and Michael was on switches trying to guard Halliburton. They was basically doing a triangle three. It was the center, and he was in drop coverage. And then these two guys, whatever side you on, we'll pick you up no matter what. And then Brunson, you just float over to the off shooter, which is Naismith. And Naismith had 15 in one quarter. Why? Because Brunson was on him. So
Come on,
the
man.
point that
All
I'm trying to say
threes.
is this is so since you don't have any, see, this is where the confusion comes in now, because you don't have a superstar team, you don't have these super teams anymore, but you
Yeah.
still are in the mentality of a win now league, right? Because
Yes.
what's going on is when you are in a heavily media covered city,
Oh, a large market. A large market.
you
Big
you you
market.
get
Yeah.
nervous. Like you start listening to these people. You start listening to the things that they say with the Lakers. You start listening to the things that they say about New York. You start listening to Dallas and these big cities because you get like harassed if you don't make these adjustments every day. So what I'm saying is they are in a win now mentality, but what happens when they don't? They try to look for these chess pieces to replace what they're missing, and then it messes up the chemistry, and then now you blink and the window is already closing. And then what happens is, you know what they try to do? They put a band-aid over a gunshot wound, a 50
Mhm.
cal, and they say, we'll go get this number one draft pick because we'll tank this year.
The Knicks.
And then the cycle
Listen.
repeats over and over
Yeah.
and over and over
The
again.
Knicks need to sit their butt down and be grateful that they actually relevant in the NBA. They ain't been relevant since 73. No, I'm lying. Since like 90. This is like 99. I'm lying. But
99.
y'all back in the
Yeah.
winning basketball. Y'all are one of the best teams in the East. Let's
Take
chill, bro. Let's
advantage. Take advantage of
just
that.
take advantage. Let's see what we can do because again, Cat and Jalen Brunson are two top 20 players in the league, bro. There's not a if you can go get Giannis, I agree, go get Giannis. But you literally have two guys there. Maybe we need to restructure some things, right? Because if anything,
But
the Pacers exposed our depth. That's what I
yeah.
saw the most. We don't have
So,
depth.
get that friend shit out the way. Fuck all that college I did. I
Come
don't
on
care
now,
about Michael
basketball.
Bridges
Yeah.
and me
Yeah.
and Josh
I-
Hart, all as
That's all I'm about to say.
teammates.
Get Josh. I feel like get Josh Hart out of
Come on,
here.
man.
Like it's other
Right.
players
Before
you
we
can lose.
Josh Hart,
Campaign, Josh Hart. It's like a lot of players you get rid
Campaign,
of.
Michael
there's a lot
Bridges.
of names that should come before Carl Anthony Towns.
And I don't know everybody's contract. I don't know who's free agent. I don't know who can get traded.
Get
All
them
that type
all
of
out of
stuff. But
there.
I think that's what you
Get
need to
them
do.
all out of there, Zell. You know how many players you
Brunson,
can get from
Cat.
Utah?
That's it.
You know how
Keep
many
Brunson
players
and
you can
Cat.
get from Portland? If you get
Yeah.
half the players from
And
Portland and half the players from
Robinson
Utah
too.
and you put them in winning basketball,
Robinson.
watch how many stars have been created. If you
Yeah.
go ahead and give Colin Sexton an opportunity to be a backup point guard with Jordan Clarkson and Matt whatever Kessler, and you give all them all opportunities,
Yeah.
to go play winning basketball. Watch all these stars, and they be like, damn, where he came from. No, he been struggling
Yeah.
in Utah. You didn't give him an opportunity, and you get them all for the low. So you
Yeah.
telling me Markel Bridges? You can't say, hey, Markel Bridges,
You can
mediocre,
definitely go
medium
get something
player.
from him.
You know what I mean?
You can
Hey, OG
definitely go get something.
Ananobi. Hey, you got
Yeah.
this guy. Hey, Josh Hart. You
But
think
we seen what Michael Bridges can do by himself because we seen him in Brooklyn. So I
okay,
feel like
so send him to Utah,
yeah.
Zell. Send
So I
him to
feel like that's what,
Utah.
no. I
His ass to
agree. I
Utah.
agree. No, I agree. I feel like
Send his ass to Utah.
let him be the
So he
number
could go
one
be
guy on a weak team to improve him or help him
You
out, do
know,
whatever, change the
So he
narrative.
could go be THT. He could go be Talon
Hey,
Horton Tucker.
you know
Go
something,
over there.
y'all brought up something that just made me think about it too. Y'all saying Mikal Bridges, man. Cause so there's a couple points I wanted to make, man. First, the small forwards, scoring small forwards have become a premium in the NBA. I don't know if you guys have paid attention to this, but let me call out some names. I want y'all to just listen. These are the guys who average over 20 as a small forward, as ESPN defines it, right? Jason
Lester
Tatum.
here.
Yeah, Jason Tatum, LeBron James, Franz Wagner, DeMar DeRozan, and Miles Bridges. Those are only 5 small forwards that average over 20 points. So
Katie not small forward.
they don't have them listed. That's why I said they didn't list them. That's why I was saying that. Yeah, as far as that, because I think KD's did too. But as far as ESPN is concerned, they don't have him listed. Right now, with that being said, Ted, you brought up this guy, Trey Murphy. Right, I wouldn't mind seeing Trey Murphy go somewhere because he can be a premium small forward in the way that he's peaking right now or streaking right
He's
now.
a
I think
max contract caliber player.
he could be one.
Say it.
Showed it before he
Yeah,
got
man.
hurt.
Say
He
it with
showed
me
it.
together. He is the
He's
best.
back. You think so?
Say it with me together. He's the best overall player in regards of value and availability in New Orleans. Say it. Say it with me all together. He's
And
a
everybody-
more valuable player
I
than
mean,
Zion.
it's
He's more
you know.
available
He's more
than
valuable than
Zion.
Zion.
Yeah.
Oh
Hey,
wow.
Zion going through some stuff
Listen,
right now.
he's
So
not a
hey,
better player.
Yeah.
But if I'm not able to suit up, I'm not as valuable as you think.
Yeah.
Trey Murphy, besides his out for the season injury, he was playing every game and he was super
Yeah.
consistent.
Where would you like to see him go, man? So we got two names, y'all. First Trey Murphy, then we also got Austin Reeves, man. We got two guys who are one is testing free agency, the other one, the Pelicans said, "Hey, man, everything must go, man. This is a buyout
Ooh,
for a closer."
y'all are gonna be so shocked at what I say.
Go ahead. What you got?
what you got?
Trey Murphy for Jalen Green and Tari Eason. Bye bye.
You sending them both gone? Jalen Green?
I'm sending the proclaimed starting
Did
shooting
Jalen Green
guard.
get a contract?
Nope.
He got
Nope.
new money.
No,
No,
he,
he's
he's
already
he,
rookie.
he's
I don't
up for
know.
he's up for trade bait. He's up for trade bait. So you put him in place of the starting shooting guard that would look lost last playoffs. He's a better
Yeah.
defender and he's a better shooter and he's stronger. And then you go get Tari Harrison as trade bait.
You kind of combine them two as the same. I mean, Jalen, you put Jalen Green and Tari together. That's kind of what
Send
Trey
them to
Murphy does.
Utah. Those
He's
are
a
boys
scorer.
that
He's
need to go to
athletic.
Utah.
So
They
if
need to
you
go to
if you
Utah.
send them there, then that's fine.
Who in Utah, Zell?
Man, send Jalen Green and Tari Eason to Utah, especially Jalen Green. Mormon town. That's where he need to go.
Morgantown is crazy. He
He gonna
got
be
to
in there
take.
crunching.
Hey, you know a name that I like that somebody brought up? We was doing the live the other day. They said send KD out there to Denver. And I said, man, if you send KD out there to Denver for Michael Porter Jr. and let him do what Michael Porter Jr. do,
Catch and
I
shoot.
wouldn't mind
Yep.
that. Catch and shoot.
That
I
would be
wouldn't
that would
mind
be
that.
Michael Porter
crazy.
wasn't doing nothing, so yeah, that definitely helped him.
And
Yeah.
he damn sure won't defend, so he ain't
Yeah.
even got to defend.
Come
He
on
had
now.
to
You
go.
just got him out. And Michael Porter Jr. is number 6 or 7 on this list. He averaged 18. That's why I brought him up because I was
Oh,
like, KD
okay.
going out. That'd be good. But now,
Bring
okay.
Anthony Simons to the Lakers for AR. Do it.
You said you why? But he a point guard though. He would be off the ball with Luka. You think he
Huh?
can mesh with Luka?
Anthony Simons and Shady Sharp, they play off the ball with each other because Scoot Henderson's the point guard.
Yeah,
Okay. I don't
Simons
watch a
can
lot of
shoot that
Portland ball,
too.
so I don't
Because
Simons
know.
can shoot.
Simons can play shooting guard.
I ain't mad at that. That's what I was gonna ask.
Simons should be on the contender though next year for sure. Like if it
I
ain't
wouldn't
that
mind
team,
seeing
he should be on. He should be on some type of contender because he got to get out of Portland right
Get
now.
out of
I
Portland.
think. So.
Fair. How do you feel?
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about Austin Reeves? So I know he's testing the free agency.
What do
but
you mean feel about it?
That's what I'm about to say. So as an owner, if you're an owner or a manager, right? Are you looking for him? Is Austin Reeves a 1 guy? Is he a 2 guy? Is he a combo 1 and 2? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you viewing him how James Harden was with a Thunder, where you want to see him in a 1 role? That's what I'm saying when I say a 1 guy. So, or is he a Harrison Barnes where he don't need to leave and stay as where he at?
I say he can possibly get you 20 points a game and stuff like 20 or more. I feel like he can do that, but him being a number 1 guy in this league, I just don't see
You don't
it.
see it yet?
Like he's
You know where your ass need to go to?
Great.
Your ass need to go to Orlando. Go play point guard for them. And then go past Paulo and then go past Paulo the ball. And then go hit the open three.
They trying to get Darius Garland.
They trying to get Suggs out of there. I seen that.
Yeah, Suggs is a lockdown defender. I don't know. I wonder why. I must be
move Suggs to the 2.
Move
Suggs to the 2 and AR to the 1.
I like it. I like it. I just like keeping Suggs because he can hide a lot of people. He can hide your point guard. Suggs is a lockdown defender, and if you got a guy like, I was also thinking getting Trae Young and Darius Garland. I was thinking that those are gonna be your point guards. Keep Suggs.
Why don't you send AR to Dallas? He already knows about AD, and get Clay out of there.
I like that. I like
him and Kyrie kind of do the same thing though, right?
But Kyrie's hurt right now. Kyrie's an anomaly right now. You don't know if Kyrie's gonna come back.
Assign and trade. Get, you know what I'm saying? Let Clay go to the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Play with his pops, the old team, and all that stuff, and like let AR get his money. I like that. That don't sound too bad.
I actually, y'all gonna get mad at me when I say this. I like AR going to the Hawks, man. As a 2 guy. If we talk, I know. As a two, put him next to Trey, man. Trey needs some help. Get him out there.
Trey needs somebody. Trey needs something.
We need somebody, feel like bro.
Trey is like a perfect example of Trey's like the Lamar Jackson of the NBA, but just not at that high.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like he's not an MVP player, but I feel like how Lamar Jackson in the NFL never got like a top receiver. Trey Young don't get top players around him.
I just need somebody.
And when he do, they trade him away. Like when they had Hunter, I'm like, all right, they looking a little nice.
His best season. Send his ass away, man.
So get him out of here.
I got a 1-for-1 swap.
All right, go ahead.
AR for Ja.
Have
Who?
me
AR for
go.
Ja Morant.
Ja Morant. I don't mind.
I don't like it.
Let it
But
be
they don't see. But see the
electrifying.
thing, who you don't like it for, Zell? Which team? Which team don't
I
like
don't
it?
like. I don't like Ja. I don't. It's not an even trade first of all, but I don't like Ja going to LA. Like Ja, he need to go. I don't know. I feel like
It
Ja
ain't a lot of
his
places for him to go.
his surroundings, it shows that he can't be in these certain cities. Cause it's like you went to
Listen,
Denver and pull out
that's
a
all I'm
gun
gonna
and shoot
say. If you
folks. So it's
fucking up
like
in
the city,
Denver, like I mean, it ain't
yeah,
really
cities don't
nowhere
even
else.
matter at this point. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
you
I
might
don't,
get
I
whacked
don't
in
know.
LA.
You fucking around in Denver, ain't nowhere for you to go. But they
Man,
are
you in
trying to get rid of
LA?
Ja. Yeah, he go to LA, that'd be crazy.
Hey, but I don't know if y'all watched that shooting guards documentary on Netflix. This man, Javaris Crimson, he became a Crip when he played for the Lakers. Like a full blown Crip.
At well, how old was he? 23? 24?
Too old.
It's too old to
You
be
talking?
joining
Is
the
that the
game.
dude? Is that the dude that got into it with Gilbert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's him.
He got
That's
a
him.
Crip tattoo and all that.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, man. All right, fella, that's all I got, man. We good, man. Yeah, unless y'all had something else y'all want to talk about, bro. That's all I
Nah, I'm
had.
good.
Oh,
I'm
I
good.
got one quick snippet. That's it. I just
Let's go
waited
ahead.
to
What
the
you got?
end
Oh,
to talk about.
we gotta talk about Wemby too.
Yeah.
Just put out the stats.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
That's all. We ain't
blocks
got
thing. Yeah, the
Yeah.
block thing.
yeah.
Wemby shit was crazy, but let's talk about all. Like, should we be alarmed that Paolo's in the lab with KD, and then if he learns the stuff that KD actually knows, and we're watching that, like, you know how Hakeem kind of used to like be in the lab with like a lot of these upcoming big men, and some didn't end up being good, some being ended up elevating their game.
Yeah.
If we watch how physical Paolo has already been the last couple of years and actually tune that jump shot in, do we see him as one of those players that we see being a top five, top three
Y'all know I'm scared.
players?
I'm scared to talk about it. So somebody else talk, cause y'all know Paulo, my man. I ain't got if he get a KD style jumper. I mean, he's already at 25, 26 a game. What we
Yeah.
talking about?
That
We
shit gonna go to
already he
30.
already a
That
top
shit
4
gonna
team
go
in the
to
East.
30.
You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? They
I feel
already
because
pre-injury.
Paolo without a jump shot, like I said, like Paolo, he's crazy. Like
He's already.
6'10",
That's what I'm saying.
out
He's
there doing what he's
already
doing. Like I'm like,
shit.
damn.
Uh-oh.
He get a
Shorty
mini. He
called me.
get
I
a.
gotta get up out
Come
of here,
on,
but
man. All right, man. Y'all
All
go ahead. Go ahead, man.
right,
What you,
so
Zell? All right,
what's
Zell.
up, man?
Oh, Wimby. Say what you was talking about Wimby though. What happened with Wimby?
Oh yeah. All right, so Wemby, I don't got the actual like stats. I did have it somewhere, but I ain't got the actual everything. But basically, Wemby is the blocks leader, and he only played 46 games.
So he still won, like
He he,
led the league
he
in
got the
blocks.
trophy. He got
That's
the trophy.
insane, bro. That's
So the
insane.
moment I seen that, I went straight to Google. The moment I seen that, and I started, I'm like, wait, 46 games. I just want to see like what was the gap in
What's the gap?
between.
What's the gap?
Like
Yeah.
what's the gap? I want to say the second person. I forgot who it is. Like we'll look it up later and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But the second person, it was like I want to say they probably played like 70 some games.
That's crazy.
70 or
That's
60
crazy.
some games. Some like they play like a high volume of games.
Yeah.
And it might have been off still like 20 or 30 blocks.
You know, you know what? To your point, NBA. I'm gonna look at blocks leader just so we can get it. But to your point, what actually throws me off about Wemby's career, bro, is that like the accolades aren't gonna be super accurate, bro. Zach Edey. Zach
Oh
Edey is
yeah.
that. They got Zach. Hold on, they got Zach. That's the playoffs. But the accolades for him. Oh, Walker Kessler. That's who it is. Walker Kessler played 58 games, and then Miles Turner played 72. They doing the blocks per, but that's probably one of the two.
I think
He averaged 3.8 blocks. Walker
are you on
Kessler averaged
NBA.com?
3.4. I'm on NBA. I'm on NBA.com.
I think I changed to the totals. It's like a little drop down thing. You
They
gotta
give
do
me a
is
little
like
totals over here.
totals.
There it is. I see it. I see it right there. Yep, that's a fact. I see it. Yeah,
And then you got like
176.
totals.
Brooke Lopez got 148. So it's about 28 block difference. And then Miles Turner and Walker Kessler. But dang, that's crazy. That's a
So like
crazy.
you were saying, so
He-
Wemby's career is already has an asterisk on it, and he
They got
still
to,
got the
bro.
awards. So it's
He
just
got
like if
listen.
he played
We
DPOY back to back, like
all
come on, man.
NBAs, all stars, like all of that is stuff that he should have in 2 years, in 2 seasons, essentially, bro. And we in history, at some point, we got to make sure we keep that alive, bro. Because if history gonna forget and not say he could go down as probably one of the best defender in NBA history.
He has the potential to be the greatest. Like he
He
has
has
the
the
potential to be the greatest athlete ever in
ever.
basketball. Like he has that potential, but
That's the fact.
I feel like injuries is going to kind of hit him just because of his size. Like I feel like from history, like seeing players like at that tall and skinny and stuff, it just the knees, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
true, it's weird stuff when you get that.
There's new doctors out here. There's new doctors out here, so that's the only thing I can say. With the technology, he might get some new needs.
That's a fact.
Hey.